Hello, and welcome to another update video on Link. I'm tracking here on the Link chart currently a pullback, which could be either a B wave or a wave 2. It could be finished, but it doesn't really give me a lot of upside reversal signals yet. We haven't even passed initial resistance, so we have not broken initial resistance. We also have not seen any 5-wave move up yet. That would kind of be the next step that the bulls need to perform to give us a signal that the trend is shifting from a local downtrend to a local uptrend. I'm talking about a local downtrend here. I'm talking about the pullback from the 21st of July. So for the last couple of weeks, you could say we're now in sell-off mode, we're in correction mode, and in this corrective pullback, the market is basically working either on a wave 2. I shared that with you yesterday, that potential that this might be a wave 2, even though I have to say it looks a bit messy, the structure, but it can be classed as a 5-wave move up into the May high, a deep A wave, an overshooting B wave. That's rare though, you have that much of a deep A wave and an overshooting B wave, but valid. And we could simply come down in a C wave now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wave count is not without flaws, I have to say. So I do consider other options, like, for example, a diagonal pattern could also be, this is wave 1 of a diagonal, we had the wave 2, this is an A, B, C. But again, would that really make a difference? Not really, yeah. It would just be a different labeling. We can always adjust that labeling later, but it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really lead to any change in trend. It would also mean that we should go higher, right? And we have a support zone, however, that tells us when this will likely not be the case anymore. So I've got a support zone to watch. I've set it quite deep because of the different scenarios I'm tracking. Doesn't mean we ever have to touch this support zone, but it is likely. It could also be, and this is one other scenario I talked about to you guys in previous videos, that the move is actually a sideways triangle that you can find there labeled in blue. In this triangle pattern, we're tracking an A wave down, a B wave up, a C wave down, a D wave up, and an E wave down, and basically a sequence of higher lows and lower highs. And this could be an E wave pullback before we really break out. The price would then still form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the upside. So there are still quite a few potential bullish scenarios here that we can track and that we are tracking, in which the market might decide to turn around, ideally before breaking below 11.40. Now, if we get any break below $11.40, below that 78.6 FIB level, I mean, I have to say it's it's too deep normally for a wave 2. It could be a wave 2 until we get really to that $10 level. That is the formal invalidation point. That is the swing low there from the 7th of April. But honestly, as long as we're holding above that level and above 11.40, we're not even close to 11.40 at this point. I'd rather look for higher prices. So I'm actively watching the Bitcoin chart. I'm watching here the Link chart to see if the price gives us any reversal signals to the upside. I cannot interpret this as a real reversal signal. I think we might have started maybe the wave 4 bounce. Even in this wave B, we could go a little lower. So bottom line is, we're in a local downtrend. It's a 3-wave pullback, which makes me still consider upside, but there is no evidence yet that this corrective pullback is complete. The next resistance zone is between $16.92 and $17.90. And yeah, this is the zone. This is the zone to watch, and this is the zone that needs to be broken by the bulls to get a first indication a low is in. And then obviously we've got additional resistance levels here around $18.22, $19.60, $20.30 as next structural micro resistance levels, we could say. Yeah, that should give you some clarity about the levels. I don't think there's really much more we can do here at the moment. Just need to wait for a signal that a low is in, like a micro 5-wave move up. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates. I'm going to post a link to our X channel on the in the video description and the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.